All right, welcome back to the Illuvium Rundown. We are on episode 7. It's crazy. We've already been doing this for, what does that make, 14 weeks?
Yep,
right?
good math, good math.
I know we've been saying this for a long time about getting this into podcast form. We do have that set. It is ready to go 12 hours a day later, and we'll have that link. You could also go to ramfire.io. The link will be on there as soon as we can get it up. I'm wearing the United States jersey because we're playing probably the same day this video is released. So is Australia. So if you're watching this, let's root for them both. But yeah, let's get into it. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So we have the council election results. So this just finished up a few days ago. We have our 5 members. I believe 3 of them are returners and two new ones, right?
Yeah, so it looks like we got Kieran back again, Daraji back again, and actually it's going to be 3 new people. We have Ani knows,
okay, that's
we
right.
have Skoriox, and we have Blichter. And right off the bat, I was like, Ani knows, what a great election tagline. You know, anytime you're on the campaign trail, you want something that's
Annie
just like
knows. Annie knows.
Annie knows.
Annie knows.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So Annie knows, but that tagline is like perfect. Like that's like it just sticks with you. It's like, all right, who am I going to vote for? This guy knows. He just knows. So
yeah. Out of everyone there, he's the one I've been the most excited about. Like I remember I was messaging him on Discord before he even started up his YouTube channel, and just talking to the guy. Like he's a very smart dude. Like it's gonna be great to have him get his input on a lot of things and his influence on the Illuvium Council.
And I think he'll be coming on the show in a few weeks, so that'll be good to talk to him and see what he's thinking, what he has planned for being on the council. Obviously, great to see Kieran returning. I think he's just a good leader to have there. Obviously, he knows the ins and outs of Illuvium. It's his baby, so like he's gonna do everything that he can for the community. He always has. Daraji returning. Congrats to Daraji. I think he was great for the council this last epoch. I think he really brought like a level of thinking about the tokenomics and kind of the economics of the whole Illuvium space. He's done some awesome articles in the past, some really in-depth stuff. Yeah. He's just a smart dude. So I think having him back is great. We
got Skoriox, right?
Yeah.
So Vetemore didn't get back on for this council, but I think it's just important to have somebody who's more, in touch with the community. So we lost Vetemore, but we got Skoriox. So I think he's going to be another great option. Obviously, he's one of the bigger YouTube, like pretty much Illuvium exclusive YouTubers. Yep. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he has to do too.
Yep, and then we got Blichter rounding it out. He's obviously been with the Illuvium team for a long time. Mixes it up in Discord quite a bit. He's definitely a good addition as well. I think overall, I'm pretty happy with the council and how it turned out. As we head into Epoch 7, this is going to be massive. I mean, we're going to have Overworld beta out soon.
Yep.
We're going to have Illuvitars dropping hopefully during this time. We're going to have Illuvium Zero. So there's a lot of things coming down the pike. And to have like a strong team at council at this juncture is huge. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think that there was the hiccup with the one bug where they kind of had to restart the voting.
Yeah.
But other than that, things went pretty smooth.
There has been some talk about the Governance V2 coming out soon. I think they're saying it will be either at the end of this 6-month epoch or sometime before that. From what I hear, I think it will be before that. I don't think this epoch is going to go the full 6 months. But Governance V2 is going to be pretty exciting too. There's not much detail on that right now, but from what I hear, it's definitely gonna open it up to more people, more votes, more getting the community involved.
Yep.
And that's pretty exciting. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll run for a spot when Gov V2 comes out.
Vote for Nick. We'll see. But
no official announcement.
Yet. This is not a campaign running. We're not announcing it live. But we'll see. I think anytime you can get involved with Illuvium, whatever capacity you can get involved, great. I chose to do articles. This guy does video more so. We got the show. There's content creation going on all over the place, but there's also the voting side of it, the election side of it, the campaign side of it, being a council member. And there's other ways to get involved too. You can just mix it up on Discord or on Twitter, even on Reddit. Just like, teaching people about Illuvium, spreading the word. There's all sorts of ways to do it, but running for council is definitely one of those.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited to see how this goes, how this next 6 months goes. Yeah. But let's move on to Illuvium Zero gameplay.
Yeah, so ILVZero gameplay. So this is interesting. We saw Johnny has been pretty active recently, and he's usually pretty good week to week with some updates about Illuvium Zero. But this time he provided us with some really cool videos, like breaking down how some of the ILVZero gameplay is going to work. And I thought that was great. He just threw that right in Discord. You really got to scour through. It's not always on the Leaks channel. It can be in other spots. This time it was in the Illuvium Zero channel. But he was talking about a couple different things in these videos. Nick, do you want to just jump in and tell us more about that?
Yeah. First of all, I want to give a quick shout out to Fight for ETH on Twitter, because he was the one who reposted this on Twitter. That it caught my eye, so I jumped into the Discord to find it. But yeah, he posted two. Johnny from Illuvium posted two quick videos, kind of just explainer videos about efficiency and time building. They're short videos about less than 2 minutes apiece, kind of just explaining how the mechanics work. And it really got me more excited because, like, Illuvium Zero is a city builder. You don't want it to just place a building down, set it to upgrade, wait for the time to come back. You want it to be more of a strategy game. So when he showed the upgrade times and the efficiency, you can really see how it's going to be more strategic. And you can see how the plots that you got, depending on the resources you've got and where the resources lay out, is going to actually play a big role in your plot and how efficient you can be. Yeah. So some of the things that he went through was, like, say you have a building that's for... I forget the names of them, but say it's converting Hyperion or something like that. The closer you are to the Hyperion resource, the more efficient you are going to be at converting it. Also, if you have two converters that are too close together, then they're going to lose their efficiency. So if you have one of your elements, say, spread out through your whole plot of land, you're actually going to be at a little disadvantage. But if you have them clumped together, then you can really, benefit from that efficiency.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I didn't realize you could get to, in the video it showed 150% efficiency.
Yep.
I just thought it would tap out of it at 100. So to see it, you get to one and a half times.
Yep.
If you get closer to those areas, that's huge.
Now I wonder if that has to deal with the type of plot. Because if you have the tier 1 plot, which just gets, whatever the normal amount is going to be. Yeah. But then you go to a tier 2 plot, and off the top of my head, is it 150% more fuel that you could farm? And then based on a tier 3 spot? Yeah. So, yeah, this is still, I guess, a little unknown, but maybe a tier 1 plot can only get to a maximum of 100% efficiency, where a tier 2 might get 150, a tier 3 might get 200.
That makes sense.
That could be the case.
Yeah, so maybe he must have been playing a tier 2 land.
Yeah,
that's the case.
Actually, I'll have to look back at those videos and see what tier he was playing.
Yeah.
But then we also got upgrade times, and this is based around the roads that you can build. At first, the roads were just going to be cosmetic, but then they said, it's just going to take up space and not be incorporated into the game. But now they're using that for build times. So if you have a lot of road around a building and you upgrade it, it's going to upgrade quicker than if it was just out in the middle of nowhere, not touching any roads. So now you're going to have to find that perfect amount of roads around a building, but also keep it close enough to fuel sites and far enough from other similar buildings. There's just going to be a lot going into it. And how every plot of land has the fuel sites in different areas, there's not going to be any one way to build these land, the buildings on your plot of land, because everybody's going to have to do it a little differently.
Yeah, and I mean, overall with Illuvium Zero, like I'm super excited about blueprints. I'm like, at the end of the day, like, efficiency, get all the resources in line, kind of max out your efficiency in every way possible. But I'm going to be gunning for those blueprints. So I'm sure we'll learn more about the blueprints soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just excited overall about Illuvium Zero. It seems like it's coming soon. So
me too.
Right
they just keep building on it and making it a better and better game.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to Illuvitars. So we got Illuvitars, just like a lot of these things. Hopefully they're coming out fairly soon. In the Illuvium showcase that we had yesterday, Grant was on there talking a little bit more about Illuvitars.
Mm-hmm.
We've also had talk of having no Rev Dis for Illuvitars to help get some extra funding while we're here in the bear market. So what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I mean, I've written about this a little bit as well. I think it's a good thing for the first time around. If the team does need that funding, if it gives them some peace of mind, I think it would be okay with no Rev Dis. I mean, at the end of the day, when we did the land sale, 72 million, I think I got maybe 0.2 ILV from that.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
a whole lot.
It wasn't like world changing. So I'm okay to give my 0.2 ILV to the project and just give them that peace of mind. Obviously, there's other people with more amounts of ILV, and that might hit them a little harder. But the main goal here is we want to see the project through, and we want to have the runway necessary to do so. So if they need to take this first Illuvitar sale, I mean, they've been working extremely hard at it. They're building in the albums, like we saw in the showcase there. They showed like the page where you catch, or I guess not catch, but collect all of the Illuvitars.
Yep.
And 25 out of 25, your set's complete. Adding that element, I think, was so important.
Yep.
Because like without that, it's collecting a little bit, but it's not a true collection. But now you're gonna be able to go online and be like, hey, I have all of them, and be able to show that to other people, and kind of, it's like bragging rights, but like it's all gonna be on the blockchain, so you're gonna be able to just really like dial down and see what people have, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, I think it's okay for the first time to just give the Rev Dis to the team if that's what they want to do. They need some more runway. Things take a little bit longer than we thought. You got to build a lot of rocks in Illuvium, as we've seen in the Overworld. So those rocks take time. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, I'm a little torn on really what I think about this. Because yes, if the team needs more funding, then this is a great and easy way to do it. I'm not worried about the Rev Dis. I'm going to get back on it because even like you said, throughout the land sale that was millions and millions of dollars, right? I probably got maybe 0.2, 0.3 ILV.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about like that, opening the doors to a change like this. Just it means further down the line there's going to be less confidence in what can be changed. Like I don't think this is going to harm anybody making this change for the first one. And even if they say, oh, this is only going to be the first time, until the second time. And then a second time will come, and then, there'll be some reason, and I'm sure it'll be a very legit reason, to why they take the revenue distribution. And to me, it's just more of that slippery slope. Mm-hmm. I would prefer them not do it. And another one of my reasoning is they've talked about still allowing SILV2 to be used for these Illuvitars. And anyone in this community is going to be smart enough to trade their ETH for SILV2 and then use that on Illuvitars. And the Rev Dis is only going to come out of whoever buys Illuvitars with Ethereum. So if you think about it, there's not going to be a whole lot of Rev Dis coming out of this at all. Whether it's coming to us or going back to the team, I don't think it's going to be any significant amount of money. So that's why I don't think they should really open these floodgates. I've also heard the argument of Illuvitars really weren't a thing when the white paper was put out talking about Rev Dis. But I believe in that white paper they said whatever Illuvium has for revenue will be, distributed back.
Yeah.
And when the first white paper came out, we didn't know anything was going to be this big. We didn't know that the Illuvium Overworld was going to be as awesome as it is now. So yeah, the team's adding on new things and they're making the experience better. But, I get that ILV thinking that whatever the Illuvium team does in the future is going to have that revenue distribution, including future games. we don't know what game 4 through 9 looks like right now. And even when I first bought my coins over a year ago, I didn't know there was going to be games 4 through 9. But I still expect when those come out that I'm going to get the revenue distribution for it.
Yeah, and I think another aspect to think about is like this is going to be voted on by the council. That's why elections are so important. It's not like it's a decision that's just made by the Illuvium team and it's like the end all be all. We are going to see the council come in, make a vote, and if there's anything in the future, once again they'll vote again. So that's why it's super important to vote for folks in the community for the council spots that you believe in, because they're, at the end of the day, they have the say. I mean, Kieran's on there, but he's only one of the 5, and you need at least 3 to pass anything. So. So there is a level of governance there. Obviously, we're going to have like the version 2 of the governance as well. So things are going to get a little more decentralized from that standpoint. So it's not always going to be just like a cut and dry Illuvium's making a decision. It's actually never going to be that way. So we'll see what the council decides. There's still a lot up in the air, but clearly in this instance, we're on the opposite sides of the fence, and that's completely fine. It's healthy debate.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so speaking of the council, real quick there, we have Jimbarino coming on, who was a candidate in the council. But let's go ahead and give him a call.
Yeah.
All right, Jimbarino, nice to have you on the channel. I've been a big fan lately. How you doing?
I appreciate that. I'm doing really well. Couldn't be better, living the dream.
Right. Yeah, so thanks for coming on. We just got a couple quick questions for you. So my question... You've definitely been some like a spark of entertainment here in the Illuvium community, but I did see you ran for council. Seemed like it was a little bit of a joke, but I also saw you on or TSG was doing like some questions on Discord, and you had some really good answers to the questions he was bringing on. So I want to know, like, what's your role you feel like in this community? You know, the entertainment side versus the let's talk business side.
So, like, when it comes to content, it's definitely not the business side. Like, I enjoy watching that stuff, but like making it is so tiring. I literally hate it. It is the worst. It is so boring, especially like finding the stuff. I want it like put in front of me. I want to watch the video. I don't want to make it. So definitely the entertainment side. When it comes to like running for council, um sad I didn't win. It is what it is. I thought it was a sure thing, but what could you do?
Yeah, that's great, Jimbarino, and maybe you'll get them next time. So my background with your content is I've seen you do the cross dressing, which I thought was hilarious. A little bit of the Dennis Rodman appeal there, and then I saw you do the Jimbarino Invitational. I thought that was pretty cool, doing that for the community and just having another tournament, generating more buzz around the auto battler. But my questions for you, like, what are you most excited about with Illuvium? And then also, how did you hear about Illuvium initially? So it's kind of a 2-part question. Answer it anyway.
God, dude. Wait, what was the first question again?
The first one, yeah, we'll start with that. What excites you most about Illuvium?
Okay, so what excites me most about Illuvium is the fact that these people are the people that work on the Illuvium team. How do I say this? They are complete professionals, but when it comes to like video games, right? This is new to them, so they still have that spark of passion, but they have all of the experience of someone who has been working for like countless amount of years. So that's number one, and why that's important is because I mean, if you're watching this right now, just think about something that you love that you've done for years. Eventually there's periods of time where you kind of slack off a little bit, right? Most people are like that. But when you first started, there was that fire and you just really wanted to take it to everyone and prove everyone wrong. That's where the Warwick brothers are right now. That's why Illuvium's so big. That's why it's so important. Another point why Illuvium is, I mean, what else is there? What else is there when it comes to blockchain gaming? Everything else sucks. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care about any game you're trying to pitch me. They're all bad. I don't care. They're all bad. Illuvium isn't a crypto game. It's a game with blockchain elements. It's not an auto battler. It's an auto battler that's pushing the genre forward as well, increasing the things that go into it. It's not auto chess. It's not team fight tactics. It's esports friendly as well. I'm a super big fan of esports in general. And team fight tactics, it just ain't it, bro. That game, as much fun as it can be when you're playing with your friends, it's not good for esports. And that's what I'm super excited about with Illuvium, because I love auto battlers, I love team fight tactics, and I know that Illuvium is going to be my game. And I just got lucky that the best crypto game is Illuvium. I love it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with everything you just said, and it's Nick shaking his head too. I think he agrees as well. But like there really is, to your point, there's nothing else out there. I've been in the space for 2 years now. I haven't seen anything close to Illuvium, and to combine like the team fight tactics with the Pokemon aspect, it just takes it to another level. And I feel like I say that all the time, like it's on another level. And it's like, all right, yeah. People from the outside are like, yeah, whatever. Everyone says that, but like in this case, it's actually true. It does. It takes it to another level. So, yeah, my second part was, how did you find Illuvium originally? It sounds like you are an esports guy. So how did you come across it?
I'm not the smartest guy. It is what it is. I can be entertaining.
You could have fooled me. You could have fooled me.
You found Illuvium, so you're doing something.
That's true. I think I got lucky though. That's the problem. Um, I'm getting to it. So I used to watch those like price speculation videos when I first got into crypto, which is like the bottom of the bottom. Like even being able to admit that is really making me cringe a little bit. But I can't I don't want to shout out the YouTuber obviously, but yeah, I found it from like one of those price speculation videos. They're like, oh, it can go to this number. It's like, yeah, of course it can. But like back then when you first get into like the markets in general, you're like, oh, this makes complete sense. But yeah, so I literally just got lucky, and I love Pokemon, I love team fight tactics, so it's just like just luck really. And then you start to look into the game and you're like, this is real deal. This isn't some like carbon copy of Pokemon or TFT. It's its whole own entity that could be just as big as long as the team does it right, which I think they will.
Yeah, so were you already into crypto when you found this, or did this kind of introduce you to crypto?
No. Yeah, I was into crypto already. I was trying to like buy Doge and then got lazy. And then the amount that I was gonna put in could have been like $60,000-$70,000. So that's what I was like, I'm not ever gonna be lazy again. I'm going to actually figure this out. That's how I got into crypto, and then I started buying just like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, stuff like that. And I was watching crypto YouTube regularly. And then when the bear market hits, it's hard to like learn about that stuff because like there's nothing really interesting happening price action wise. But when it comes to like Illuvium, it's a crypto game, so like you can still be interested in it even during a bear market.
Yeah, exactly. When this game comes out, it's not going to matter whether we're in a bear market or a bull market. People are going to want to play this game. But you just reminded me of something. You know that the Dogecoin millionaire? He looks like he could be your cousin.
Dude, I feel so bad for that guy. He definitely should have sold way long time ago.
I know. I watched some of the videos. Was it with Andre Jick or whatever? And he's just like, oh, you should sell just a little bit. He's like, nah, I'm holding on.
I hope he next bull run does well, and he probably will. I mean, Dogecoin is not gonna die, especially with Elon and stuff. But I still think he should have sold because you could never be sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all at one point or another made that mistake of having too much conviction in something in the crypto world, and watched it tank and see our value just plummet. So I think we've all been there, but it sounds like that guy's on another level.
Definitely. So we're definitely we'll leave a link to your YouTube down below on this video. But for somebody who's not too familiar with you, what can they expect when they jump onto your channel?
So you can expect price speculation videos, travel videos, a little bit of music, stuff like that. Just imagine that like intertwined with Illuvium, and you pretty much got all of my content.
Awesome.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'll be watching out for more of your content. We thank you for coming on the show, and we'll try to have you on again soon.
Thank you for having me on. Appreciate you.
You're very welcome, man. It's great to see you. It's great to get to know you a little bit more and learn more about where you come from and what you're getting into with Illuvium. So thank you for being a guest on our show.
Yeah, the more people we have in this space, the better.
Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one.
See you.
Yeah. All right. Awesome conversation with Jimbarino. That dude is electric, man. He's a funny guy.
I like him.
Yeah. So just moving on now, and thanks, Jimbarino, for coming on. We're going to move on to our next topic here, and this is the Overworld plan. Overworld should be here any day now. I thought it was going to be here, I think, when I made my predictions.
You were wrong with
by
the
the
prediction.
end of November.
Yeah.
I was wrong. That's on me. But it's next 2 weeks. Like, I think before our next episode, after this one, we're going to have Overworld.
Well, I hope I'm right. I hope you're right.
Once again, optimistic. But we wanted to talk today. We're both excited about it. We want to talk about our specific Overworld plans. So what do we plan to do when the Overworld drops? Do you want to start with your plan, or you want me to jump in?
Yeah. No, so one thing I'll say is a quick shout out to Modern Llama. He put together a great video of. It's pretty short too. You should definitely go check it out. I'll try to link it down below. But a video of what you should do when you get the Overworld private beta. He talks about, going to different regions. I think we're only going to get 2 when it opens up. Catching some tier 0s, farm for some fuel, going back to different shops, upgrading your stuff. He did a really good job putting together that video. But yes, when the Overworld private beta does come out, I'm not going to be so caught up on what I can go catch, because they're not going to be, there's not going to be the true ownership at that point. Yeah. They're not going to be the real NFTs. So I'm going to be focusing more on coming up with a game plan and learning all the mechanics the best I can, and trying to find those like the thresholds you need for certain things. So when the main game comes out, I'm ready for it. And just a quick example would be, if I come across a stage 5 or a tier 5 alluvial, I might try one of the weaker shards on it just to find out where that level is of, all right, I know I can't use a tier 2 shard on this, but maybe a tier 4 shard would actually be strong enough to catch this alluvial. So I want to find all those, so when I get to the main, the official open beta, I know where those, that like the threshold, especially knowing that this game's gonna be based on.
You want to be
money.
Ready for launch day.
Yeah, I want to be able to be as efficient as possible for launch day. That's my goal. That's
a good strategy. That is like what I should do. I think that's great advice, but that's not my plan.
You're gonna be like, let me find my RAM fees, right?
I want in this beta, I want to catch every alluvial and complete the decks. As fast as I can, with no regard for the strategy. I'm just going to be running out there, using my energy, trying to catch these alluvials, and I want to document my progress, so I'm going to try to stream every video live. I'll keep track of it on my website. I'm going to say, boom, I caught an Atlas today. I used all of my energy to catch this one Atlas, but I caught it. And I'm going to catch, all the Atlas necessary to evolve them. And just try to get every single alluvial and document the process the entire way, because I know not everyone's going to have that access to the beta. Yeah. So I want to be able to bring to the community something where they can follow along and kind of see my journey as I go through it live. So they'll see it both through videos of live streams of me in the Overworld, but then they'll also get to see some recaps on my website. So that's my plan.
Yeah, and that's good. Now that you bring that up, this is something I've been thinking about for a while. When the main game does come out, I want to do like a weekly update video, something short on just my progress through that week of the game. Yeah. How much I spent. I mean, obviously my channel has a lot to do with, making some money in Illuvium. So I want to go through how much I spent on these shards, travel, what I was able to catch, and just do like a weekly update so you can follow along the progress, as time goes on. So during this private beta, I'll probably do a couple samples and just pretty much prepare myself for the YouTube content I'm going to make when the main game comes out.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan as well. I think the one hiccup that I'm gonna have with my what I'm trying to do is that it seems like every time there's a patch, everything gets erased. So like I'm either gonna have to be stubborn and not ever update and just continue to collect.
Hopefully they make it so you don't lose your Illuvials.
Right, I think that could come into play. Hopefully they can figure that out where I don't lose them, but that may be an issue. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I hope our next episode we're talking about playing this.
I know, dude, and we'll do like a live stream together of playing the Overworld. We'll get all that content in there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll have some bonus episodes of the rundown.
Yeah,
live streams. Yeah,
Overworld.
Maybe that's something we're gonna have to add on to this. We do one of these rundowns every couple weeks, and maybe maybe on those off weeks we do a little stream together of some gameplay.
There you
go.
We'll
see.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but so as we were preparing for this, we got a notification coming through on Discord about the Christmas Advent event going on here.
Yep.
I know while I was setting some other stuff up, you were looking a little into this. So what can you tell us about this? You know, we were talking about after Halloween, there's going to be some Christmas event.
Yep.
So here it is. What do we have going on with this?
Yeah, so of course right away, Illuvium not disappointing with the holiday themes here. It was announced on the Twitter, the Illuvium official Twitter, but also Rich put that in Discord. So they're working with DeQuest, which I'm not too familiar with. But through their website, DeQuest, they're doing a 25-day Advent calendar. And, you know, Advent calendars this time of year, that's what goes on. So you're going to have 25 days to Christmas. You're going to get every day there's going to be prizes.
So it must be starting today, right?
Yeah, starting today.
For us right now, this is December 1st.
So, starting today. There's going to be tokens, NFTs, merch, tickets to events. So maybe some Illuvifest tickets to a future Illuvifest. Who knows? Yeah. But that stuff is going to be coming out day by day. You can check, like I said, the Illuvium Discord or the Twitter to learn more about that.
Do we know how we can participate in this?
Yeah, it sounds like they put the link to the DeQuest page, and then you would just go on there. You can sign up through DeQuest. I don't have all the information on exactly how to participate, but it sounds like that's going to be the route to take. And then, it sounds like there's going to be merch. So, you know, maybe we can get our hands on like some Illuvium hats or some shirts or, you know, something like that if we win some prizes. It doesn't seem like also in terms of Christmas, it doesn't seem like the regular merch launch of Illuvium is going to happen before Christmas. From what I've seen,
I don't know. I still have some hope.
Still have hope. Okay.
You would think that this would be for these next couple weeks almost a top priority.
You think?
Because this is a way for the Illuvium team to get some of that extra revenue.
Yep.
Because merch doesn't fall under the revenue distribution side of things. I believe, right?
I thought it did. I thought we would get a piece. I think the way that I've seen Kieran explain it is they're going to take what it costs to make the merch, and then the rest is going to be
that's
part
right.
of that.
You know what I was confusing was the 5% that the landowners will get back is based off of the in-game revenue, but revenue distribution is based off of all revenue.
But Illuvium itself does hold a portion of ILV, so they will get part of that revenue distribution.
Yeah, that is a good point too.
So if they did want to put the merch out, they are going to get some money from that. Do we know how much? No, but yeah, you would think they'd want to get that out before Christmas. But from what I've seen in the timeline updates from the team, and Chris Illuvium, I always call them like Chris Illuvium, like it's funny, but Chris from Illuvium, he posted in Discord like the updated timeline, and it seems like Overworld, Illuvium Zero, and there was a couple other things, but merch was kind of moving down the list. So I'm like, maybe they're not going to have it before Christmas.
Yeah,
but, you know.
I mean, they don't want to just push something out new this close to Christmas. I
guess we'll see. Maybe they'll drop like one item, like a hat. Or
I can see that. Even just like when the Bulldogs event came out, it was just one item.
Yeah, right.
But I think they had like almost over 300 sales on that.
Yeah.
So they could just drop literally one thing.
One ugly sweater.
One plushie, one ugly sweater.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll get a lot of people buying it.
I'll buy it. Whatever they drop.
I would love to have just one piece of merch to buy for Christmas.
Yeah. I'm not even a coffee drinker, but I'll buy a mug.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
But yeah, we'll see if anything else comes up for Christmas. Maybe they'll have some kind of content creation thing, or you make a cool Christmas Illuvium image photo.
Well, I was saying a door with the lights, the Christmas lights in the antlers. That's what I want to see. So like a Dorius with Christmas lights. I said it last episode. If we can get that on an ugly sweater by Christmas, it's not asking a ton, right?
Yeah, we'll see. We will have one more rundown episode before Christmas, so I'm sure we'll have a little bit more to talk about this next time.
Yep.
But yeah, so let's get into your favorite segment, the Leak of the Week.
Leak of the Week. We're back again. Episode 7, Leaks of the Week. I love leaks, and I'm actually doing a countdown on my website, top 100 leaks of 2022. I just posted the next 10, so I'm doing them in stages of 10. So we had 100 to 91, and now we have 90 to 81 are out now on the website.
Oh, and there's so many to pick out of. I can't wait
wait
till you get to your top 20, 30. I'm definitely going to be paying attention to that.
I can't wait. So, so we'll start. My leak of the week this week is from the Illuvium showcase last night. We saw some really cool skins on Arlen and also on Mozart, matching skins. Halcyon C, it looked like themed. It was kind of like that teal, blue.
Was this the first time we saw it like in game?
Yeah. And then they've been putting this new helmet on Arlen that looks super sleek and cool. So you combine that with the skin. Now I'm a Ramfy guy, obviously Ramfire line, so I'm gonna want that skin on my Ranger and my Mozart. But
it's gonna be rare. That's gonna be a tough one to get.
I know. But there is Halcyon C fans out there, and that was a pretty cool skin. And then also to have the Mozart, which was kind of blending into the background a little bit, so it's kind of tough to see. But also in that skin, the matching skins. I was just excited to see it in the Overworld, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool. What's your approach to skins in this game? Are you just gonna find a way to get that Ramfire skin and just stick with it forever?
Yeah, that's probably the gist of it. I don't know how easy or difficult that will be. I imagine that's going to be a hot commodity. Yeah. I've kind of like staked my claim on
you're kind of stuck there. You have to
like the most high end alluvial in the game.
Yeah.
So I gotta fit the brand well.
I think you have to. I don't think you have much of a choice.
Yeah. So
it might be expensive for you, but
right.
Or a lot of
time. That's the other thing. So maybe I'll go the time route. Maybe I'll go the expense route. We'll see. It's that's the fun of it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm excited for the skins too. I don't really know my real approach to skins yet. I think I'm just gonna find one that I visually like.
Yeah.
Maybe not based on my favorite alluvial, but we'll see. I'll definitely have some skin. I'm not gonna be running around the game with just a blank.
Dude.
The normal standard skin.
The more I've done this, the more you see like there's just so many options for skins. Like it's just wild.
Yeah.
And the opportunity for them with skins to then have sponsorships. Yeah. Like there's like a Terminator themed Mozart. Obviously they're just doing that for fun at the moment. But like if they can get some major brands to have skins, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right, so my leak of the week are just these 2 quick videos that I'll have playing on the screen here. This first one is just the bioluminescence of running through the water.
Yep.
And I don't know what it is with bioluminescence, but it just like
it's magical.
It is. It's magical. I've talked about this before, but Avatar has been my favorite movie of all time since 2009. The second one is actually coming out in like 2 weeks.
Well, what's that one called?
The Way of the Water.
Okay.
I think it is.
So they might have some bioluminescence in there.
Oh, have you seen the trailers?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you gotta watch them. I've been trying to stay away from watching the trailers because I don't want it to spoil anything about the movie. Yeah. But anyways, just that movie is, if you watch the first one, like everything, the whole environment is just bioluminescence. You touch a plant and it lights up. You go in the water and it lights up. And I get that same vibe when it comes to Illuvium Overworld. Like I feel like I'm almost gonna be playing this Overworld as if it's a movie that I'm just experiencing for the first time.
It's going to be hard to pay attention to what you're doing because you're going to be so distracted by how good it looks. And you're like, wait, I have to actually do things in this game.
Yeah, I think I've said this before. Like, I still have that image of me. I'm cracking my Red Bull, turning out all of the lights. I'm gonna have to buy like a new monitor, a bigger monitor, maybe one of those wraparound monitors.
Wraparounds, yeah.
So I can sit there and play this game as if it's a movie. I'm just gonna be touching everything I can, watching the lights come up. Seeing what I can find, and then speaking of just touching things, this second video I have here, you can see Arlen shooting down at these crystals that look like they might be platforms to jump on.
Yeah.
And one of them is kind of like invisible, but when she shoots him, it lights up. Yeah. So this might be even more of that. What do you call it in the gameplay where they have them in like dungeon crawlers, like you're trying to figure something out.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm thinking?
You're just like unlocking certain things, but like not, you're just. Like you're saying, I can't think of it either. You're figuring it out, right? You're just
in
exploring.
Mario, the old Mario games where you would like
Mario 64
jump out of space in the air, and then like it would bring up the block that you can get onto. So I think it might be something like this. Like you might have to like unlock these different things by shooting at it or touching them, and then you can use it as a platform to jump on and get to some different places.
Yeah, not everything is always as it appears. I think that's the key.
Exactly. In seeing these two things, just it got me more excited about the visuals of this overworld. Like obviously everything we see looks amazing, and we want to go out there and catch these Illuvials. But if I can play this game as if like not the end goal of catching the Illuvial, but the actual experience of journeying through these regions, that just makes it all the better.
And the crystal video there specifically, it literally adds another layer to Crimson Waste that I didn't even know was there.
Yeah.
Because this is now an underground portion of Crimson Waste that I was not familiar with. I don't know if you were, but like Arlen's jumping down into like this cavern and boom, shoot the crystal, lights it up, and it's like, all right, we're going down here. I don't know what's down there, but like, you gotta explore, right? So that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that aspect. So then think about like all of the regions. How many different layers there are to these regions? We know like Taiga Boreal is super deep.
Yeah. Like in Aaron, like I said, I mentioned this last time. Aaron said that some of these regions are almost too big, so they're gonna have to fill it with all these little elements to keep you excited for the whole time you spend in that region. Yeah,
and I've been watching a lot of the guys who have been doing the Twitch streams of the Overworld, like they'll show their map and they've been playing for an hour and they have like a line to like there on the map, like just like they've almost covered no ground. And then it shows like you've gone through like 10% of Crimson Waste and they've been playing for an hour. I'm like,
it's crazy.
It is crazy. So
it's fun. I'm so excited for this. But that wraps up our show for this Illuvium Rundown 7 in the books.
Yep.
Like I said, we will have this out in the podcast form. Yep. Check out ramfire.io for that podcast and all of his amazing articles that he's writing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's fun as always. I do think by this time, next episode, we're going to be playing the Overworld. I think it's going to happen. So stay tuned. A lot of excitement coming from Illuvium. And this video is probably coming out right before the US game on a Saturday morning or whatever it is for you. Yep. And then Australia plays right after that. So if you want to watch the game and then stream a little YouTube video on the sideline, this might be a good one for you to watch.
A little halftime show.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm rooting for the US and Australia so we can play each other next week. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yep, have a good one.
Peace.
One more thing before we go. It's super crazy, though. Like, all of the Illuvium creators, I wasn't expecting it, but anytime you message any of them, they respond back. Like, without a question. It's not even... It's like every time I have a bad day, it's like, time to start making a video.
Yeah. It's like... Every time I walk into work in the morning, this shit sucks. Get me out of here.
Most of my friends watch my videos, and they say they actually enjoy it, which I was a little surprised about, but I'll spit something out without like thinking about it sometimes, and it's not meant to be like rude or anything. It just is what it is. So I have to be careful.
No, I like that. I appreciate that more out of people, especially like content creators. Like, I hate when people look like they're holding back. Just say what you want to say. It's all good.
Yeah.
If there's one thing we've noticed in your content, you're going all out every time, which I appreciate.
rushing around. Once I saw you made a comment in the Discord, I was like, oh yeah, let's get this guy.
I got you. Anytime you want to have me on, feel free, and then I'll return the favor for sure sometime.
All right. Cool. Awesome.
All right.
Have a good one.
See you, buddy.